Prominent sports promoter Eddie Hearn has made a bold prediction about the future of rugby union, claiming that rising England star Henry Pollock has the potential to completely change the sport and lead it into a new era of global popularity and commercial growth. Known for transforming boxing, darts, and snooker into mainstream entertainment spectacles, Hearn now believes rugby is on the brink of a similar surge, and that Pollock could be the face of that revolution. Hearn's comments come shortly after his landmark decision to sign Pollock to his newly launched Matchroom Sport Agency, marking his first serious venture into rugby union. The England international becomes just the second athlete to join the agency, following UFC heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall. While the move has generated significant buzz within rugby circles, Hearn insists that his primary focus is not on reshaping the sport itself, but rather on maximizing Pollock's commercial potential. In layman's terms, our job is to harness and drive the commercial value of Henry Pollock, Hearn explained during an appearance on The Big Jim Show. His vision is clear: elevate Pollock beyond the traditional rugby audience and establish him as a mainstream sports personality. This involves building his profile across global markets, securing high-value sponsorships, and creating new revenue streams that extend far beyond the pitch. Hearn was particularly emphatic about the financial potential. He predicted that within 6 to 12 months, Pollock could be earning more from off-field ventures than from his playing contract, a remarkable statement given the already lucrative nature of top-level professional rugby. That will change over time, Hearn added, noting that Pollock's on-field earnings are also expected to rise significantly as his career progresses and his value to clubs and sponsors increases. The signing has already had a ripple effect across the rugby world. According to Hearn, more than 30 players have reached out to express interest in working with him since the announcement was made. This level of demand highlights a growing appetite among rugby players for enhanced commercial representation and brand-building opportunities. Despite the influx of interest, Hearn has been quick to clarify that he does not intend to become a traditional rugby agent managing a large roster of players. Instead, his approach is highly selective. If there's someone special, we may add one or two more, he said. But this isn't about us becoming rugby agents. Rather, the strategy is to focus on a small number of high-impact individuals who can serve as entry points into the sport and unlock broader commercial opportunities. This model mirrors Hearn's approach in mixed martial arts, where signing Tom Aspinall allowed Matchroom to gain deeper insight into the sport while exploring new avenues for growth. By working closely with standout athletes, the agency can deep dive into rugby, learning its nuances while identifying untapped potential. Hearn's confidence in rugby's future is rooted in his track record. Over the past decade, he has played a pivotal role in revitalizing several sports, using innovative promotion, storytelling, and media engagement to attract new audiences. He believes he has developed an instinct for identifying when a sport is on the verge of a breakthrough moment, and he is convinced that rugby is approaching such a point. I've got a pretty good nose for a spike in sport, Hearn said. And I think rugby's is coming. I really do. He points to several indicators supporting this belief. The growing popularity of the Six Nations Championship, the rapid rise of the women's game, and the emergence of charismatic young players like Pollock all suggest that rugby is gaining momentum. In Hearn's view, these factors create the perfect conditions for a surge in global interest. Pollock, he argues, embodies the qualities needed to capitalize on this moment. Beyond his obvious talent on the field, the young flanker possesses a personality and style that resonate with modern audiences. His celebrations, confidence, and flair make him a natural entertainer, an attribute that Hearn considers essential for breaking into the mainstream. I look at Pollock, and I think he's the guy, Hearn said. England Rugby and the RFU have him in the palm of their hands to completely change the way this sport looks. This statement underscores the broader significance of the partnership. While Hearn may not see himself as responsible for growing rugby, his involvement inevitably brings new attention and resources to the sport. By elevating Pollock's profile, he could help attract new fans, sponsors, and media interest, benefiting rugby as a whole. Hearn's decision to enter rugby was not made lightly. For years, he had been approached by organizations such as the Rugby Football League about potential involvement in rugby league, but he consistently declined. It was only after experiencing the atmosphere of a Six Nations match firsthand that he became convinced of rugby union's potential. that pivotal moment came during a clash between England and Wales at Principality Stadium. The event left a lasting impression on Hearn, who described being blown away by the intensity and spectacle. Despite Wales enduring a difficult campaign, the energy inside the stadium was electric. "I'm looking around, and the hairs on my arms are standing up," he recalled. "From a commercial sense, I'm also looking and thinking, there's something here." The experience prompted Hearn to share his thoughts publicly, sparking a wave of responses from within the rugby community. Players, clubs, and stakeholders reached out, encouraging him to get involved in the sport. This overwhelming reaction reinforced his belief that rugby was ready for a new approach to promotion and commercialization. The connection to Pollock emerged shortly thereafter. Through discussions with rugby agent Matt Hart of Stellar Rugby, Hearn was introduced to the young England star. When asked to identify the one player who stood out as a potential game-changer, Hearn's answer was immediate: Henry Pollock. Coincidentally, Hart already represented Pollock, setting the stage for a collaboration that both parties recognized as a perfect fit. Hart acknowledged Pollock's immense commercial potential but also understood the need for a powerful partner capable of fully leveraging it. For Hearn, the opportunity was equally compelling. "If there's ever a player I'm going to do it with in rugby, it's this kid," Hearn said. "As soon as I watched him play, saw the celebrations, the personality, I knew he was the one." The process moved quickly from there. Hearn immersed himself in learning about rugby structure, challenges, and opportunities, receiving an intensive introduction from Hart. Within days, he met with Pollock, and the deal was finalized shortly afterward. This swift progression highlights the mutual confidence between the parties involved. Both Hearn and Pollock appear aligned in their vision of what can be achieved, not just in terms of personal success, but in shaping rugby's future. For Pollock, the partnership offers a platform to expand his influence far beyond the traditional boundaries of the sport. With Hearn's promotional expertise, he has the potential to become one of rugby's first true global superstars, bridging the gap between rugby and mainstream entertainment. For rugby, the implications are equally significant. The sport has long been admired for its traditions and values but has sometimes struggled to compete with others in terms of global visibility and commercial appeal. Hearn's involvement could help address this imbalance, introducing new ideas and strategies that resonate with modern audiences. At the same time, challenges remain. Rugby's structure, governance, and cultural identity differ markedly from sports like boxing, where individual promotion plays a central role. Integrating Hearn's approach into this environment will require careful navigation to ensure that the sport's core values are preserved. Nevertheless, the early signs are promising. The excitement generated by Pollock's signing, combined with the interest from other players and stakeholders, suggests that there is a strong appetite for innovation within rugby. As Hearn continues to explore opportunities in the sport, his focus will remain firmly on Pollock. By building the young star's brand and maximizing his commercial value, he aims to create a blueprint that could be replicated in the future, if the conditions are right. Ultimately, whether rugby experiences that spike, Hearn predicts, will depend on a combination of factors: on-field performances, effective marketing, and the ability to connect with new audiences. But if his instincts prove correct, and if Pollock fulfills his immense potential, this partnership could mark the beginning of a transformative period for the sport. For now, one thing is certain: rugby union has captured Eddie Hearn's attention, and that alone could signal that something big is on the horizon.